Hi, my name is Jared Dunn. I'm Chief Liquidity Officer for Coindex Labs. And who are Coindex Labs? You can find our introductory video and a little short explainer uh, on our market maker and how to participate in our 5-day trial in the link at the bottom of this video's description. But today we're going over a social automation hack that I just dreamed up. I managed to use Zapier and some Python code to randomly select one of our YouTube videos and post it to social networks. So how do we do this? Well, first you need an API key, and you can Google how to get your YouTube API key from Google. Then you need your channel ID for the channel that you're going to post, and you can find that up here in most of the YouTube links for that channel. Some of them have custom names if you manage to get enough followers, or if you're using a YouTube channel that's not yours that has enough followers. And what does this look like in practice? Looks like this. Actually, that's not a good example. Let's find my LinkedIn. So I think it's pronounced Zapier. View profile. Here's one right here. Oops, that's not it. This is a different post that I also automated using the same process. So I have my YouTube video and I have my YouTube title, and it's been automatically posted to LinkedIn, and that happens every so often. So how do we do this? Well, on Zapier we create a new Zap. We're going to make it triggered. You can make it triggered by anything, but we're going to do a schedule so we can have it happen every day or every hour. And the time of day, we'll do midnight for the example here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do code by Zapier, and we're going to use this code. So what does this do? Well, it uses my API key and it finds my channel. It looks up the results for that on the YouTube API. So let's have a look at what that looks like on the internet. So here's what it looks like, and I have my video ID here, which I can use to link the video, which with the extra text here that we have, the youtube.com/watch v equals. Then we have our title here, which we're going to use in our Zaps. So we get the results from that URL. We have an array for IDs, an array for titles. By the way, this long and short of this is that you want to copy the code that I put in the video description into your Zap and use that and replace your channel and replace your API key. Then we loop over the items and the results. We look for if the video ID is inside the data. We save the video ID, we save the title, we append the title to the titles array and the IDs array along with the YouTube link. Then we're going to get a random number. Now the Zapier interface supports requests library natively, but it doesn't support the random library natively. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the request library to grab a random number off of random.org. And what that looks like is this. So we're going to take the length of the IDs array minus 1. So if it's 5 long, we're going to get a random number from 1 to 5 like this from random.org. And it generates a new number every time. And then we're going to return the random YouTube video and title. So it's going to look like this in our data. And it's going to be different. It should be different every time. See? It generates a random number and chooses a random video. So to do that in the Zap, we're going to use return here. And we're going to use all of this. So we go back to Zapier. We do Python code here because we're running Python code. And we do next, continue. So we're going to throw all of this code in here. Going to continue. We'll be able to test it. It's going to give us some results that we get to parse into our... Whoops. Back to setup. I forgot to do my last step here. It's going to be a multi-step zap. And if we wanted to post to Twitter, for instance, we select Twitter. We would log into Twitter. I'm going to create a tweet with my Twitter account. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab the title from our Run Python zap and the link. And we're not going to shorten the URL. If I do continue here and then test, it should have posted to my Twitter a new tweet that's a random video. And that's that. We would then turn the zap on and it would post that every day at midnight. Alright, you might see this video randomly on my Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn. Thanks. Bye.